Good morning, YouTube. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Last video we did, we really broke down, my routine with my miracle morning, and we've touched on the health part, right? So I want to touch on physical, spiritual, and mental, right? So, now I'm going to touch on the mental side, right? So, um, I've been doing this now a couple years, and I will tell you that, in my personal and humble opinion, honestly, being an entrepreneur, being in real estate, it's really all about your mental, right? I would say it's a 80-20 rule or 85-20, 85-15 rule of mental versus, everything else, right? So, um, the thing that got me started was a good friend of mine, Dave. I was working 9 to 5, my HR job, and I was like, Dave, man, I got to get out of here, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He said, have you ever read Rich Dad Poor Dad? I said, no, I've never read it. Never read it at all. Now, at that time, I had never really read for leisure. Books just wasn't my thing. It just really wasn't my thing at all. I was at Purdue some years ago, maybe in the junior year or something like that, sophomore year. And one of my roommates said to me, if you ever want to hide something from black people, you put it in a book. And it really didn't dawn on me till that time when I was talking to Dave. Now at that time I was 30, almost 31. He asked me about some podcasts as well. I had never listened to a podcast a day in my life at that time. So cool. So, just like most people, I didn't want to read the book. I BS'd around with it. I went on a trip to Louisville for work, and I stopped in a Barnes and Noble, picked up the book. The book brought the book back. The book sat around for months. I quit my job July that year, and then after July, I read the book. I don't even think I read the physical copy. I read an audio. I listened to an audio version. Once I listened to the audio version, oh man, I was hooked. Hooked. Most people, most entrepreneurs, most real estate investors will tell you this book changed their life. They will tell you that book changed their life. It changed my life. It really did change my life. Um, the first year, that was the only book I read. So that was 2018. I read 10 books. 2019, I read 53 books. Last year, 2020, I read 30 books. However, I mixed in a bunch of podcasts. So I probably listened to a couple hundred podcast episodes last year, maybe 200 or 300. I don't know. I didn't count, but right now I have a mixture of books and podcasts. Right now, in April, I've listened to listened to about 6 books and probably maybe 100 podcasts, 80 to 100 podcasts so far, on different things, mindset, real estate, personal development, different things. The Rich Dad podcast. Um, my life began to change when I started listening to books. So I do audio and hard copies. I have physical and I listen to audio or an ebook. So my mixture is like that. But generally, what I'll do is I'll listen to a book when I'm in the gym. So part of my miracle morning routine is after I've done my affirmations and gratitude and everything, I'm in the gym. Once I'm in the gym, when I'm doing my workout, I'm generally listening to a book. I got my wireless earbuds in and I'm listening to a book or a podcast. Depends on, if I just finished a book or if I just finished a podcast. So that's what I do. My life began to change when I listened to book. When I started reading and listening to books, my health is better. Um, my physical appearance is better. My mindset is better. Business is better. My relationship with the people around me is better. um, everything. And it all started with reading one book. I have a huge thirst for knowledge. And once I started reading that Rich Dad Poor Dad and I got hooked, I can't stop. So books are a huge staple in my life. Books and podcasts at this point are a huge staple in my life. Some of the type of podcasts I listen to are the Rich Dad podcast, Zig Ziglar podcast, Tim Ferriss podcast, some Law of Attraction podcasts, some spiritual podcasts. Um, you know, of course, some real estate podcasts, some business podcasts. I even have a children's podcast that I allow my children to listen to that drops little business gems on them starting out and different things like that. Some construction podcasts, listen to that. So that combination of podcasts and books, I'm feeding my mind, constantly. Every day, I'm always listening to something or reading something. Um, Now I'll drop a couple hacks off for you, some life hacks for you. So one hack is the Goodwill has paperbacks for a dollar a book, and then they have the hardbacks for $2.50 a book. So you go to your Goodwill, and it has to be the Goodwill store, not a different type of thrift store. I don't know what the other thrift stores charge, but the Goodwill offers paperback books for $1 and the hardbacks for $2.50. Another hack would be some of the rehab restore places. They have books for $1. Let me see. That's one hack. The other hack is the app Overdrive or Libby. It connects to your local library. All you need is a library card, and then you can go in there, connect your account, find your library, your local library network, put your library number in, and then you can listen or do the ebooks for. There's even movies on there, but you can listen to an audiobook or an ebook for 21 days for free. That's where I started off, is the Overdrive app. Yes, I still have a library card. I don't physically go in the library anymore. It's been a while, but the Overdrive app helps me out tremendously. That's how I was able to listen to so many books and for free, ebooks and audio. That's how I was able to listen to so many books. So Libby or Overdrive and the Goodwill are great tools and assets. I currently probably have about 100 books from the Goodwill. And it's so crazy now that some of these books I could sell at a profit. I looked some of them up on eBay and they were worth, $10 or something like that. And I've only bought it for $1 paperback. So, yeah, what I'll say is you always need to be constantly feeding your mind, educating yourself, always a student, presenting, different new things that your mind can absorb. Your mind is a sponge. Continue to feed your mind with positive things and educational things and stuff like that. Please share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. If you like it, feel free to give me a thumbs up. All right. Have a good day. Happy Monday.